What's good? Brian Tong here, and welcome to the Apple Bits for everything good and bad inside the world of Apple. And I don't know about you all, but I think the excitement level for me right now is at an 11 out of 10 because Apple officially announced their October event, Unleashed. It's happening on Monday, October the 18th, and it will be live streamed at 10 a.m. Pacific time. So, I'll have my own live stream going on before, during, and after. So, y'all should stop by. But this video here is all about everything that we have heard and expect to see at the Apple event. And yes, we're going to be talking new MacBook Pros. But first, we got to break down this invite and use our collective super sleuth skills to really just analyze this. And the invite, first, is kind of weird. It was covered in all these weird, crazy blue and white lines that I think are supposed to simulate speed, like I'm flying through space. Oh my goodness. Oh my. I just thought of this. How did I not see this whole time? Apple is putting a hyperdrive inside of the MacBook Pro so we could travel through space. Oh my God. This is crazy. I knew this event was going to be crazy, but it was right in front of me this whole time. There's going to be a hyperdrive inside the new Hypebook Pro. I mean, that's what I'm going to call it because Apple is just hyping this thing up. I mean, what do you see in this invite? I want to know, put in the comments because sure, their past invites have all said, please join us for a special Apple event. Please join us for a special Apple event. Please join us for a special, hey, you get the idea. Greg Joswiak, he was teasing us on his Twitter that the next 6 days are going to speed by. Greg, I'm still waiting for the event. And it is rare for you to see Apple use this language, but on their main Twitter account, they said, big things are coming soon. That's just not normal for them to get this hype before an event. I think that's basically a guarantee of them saying, hey, something special is coming. And don't you dare say it's just going to be some AirPods, Jackie in Oregon. I'm just guessing there's someone named Jackie in Oregon watching this video. I hope. But hold on. Wait a second. Do you hear that? You hear that coming? Oh, yeah. All aboard! This is your last chance to get on that hype train for the new Hypebook Pro. I've been waiting for this announcement ever since Apple first released the M1 chip, last year in the MacBook Pro 13-inch. This new MacBook Pro 16-inch, this was made for me, right? I create content for a living, and I knew that my patience would be rewarded because I didn't pull the trigger on the 13. Because when my Intel MacBook Pro gets too hot, or right before I do a render, I walk it out of this room and put it in my freezer for 5 minutes. Those days will be coming to an end with the new rumored 14-inch and 16-inch with an M1X chip or whatever they call it, what they put in the new MacBook Pros. So let's just break down everything we expect and have heard about them. And we're going to start with the latest from this week. The expectation is that it will come in two sizes. We know this, 14 and 16 inches. And will reportedly feature an all-new next-gen Apple Silicon chip with a 10-core CPU. Now, it might be called the M1X, the M2, or something different. Let's just call it the M1X for now. But it will have 8 high-performance cores and 2 high-efficiency cores for a total of 10, with either a rumored 16-core or 32-core GPU options. Every time I say that out loud, I pee a little. Now, the current M1 chip has an 8-core CPU with 4 high-performance cores and 4 high-efficiency cores and an 8-core CPU. So we're getting double the high-performance cores and likely double the GPU cores. Damn, that chip on a 13-inch, the M1, it destroyed my fully spec'd out, maxed out RAM, Intel-based 16-inch MacBook Pro with rendering video on a version of Premiere at the time that wasn't even natively built for the M1 chip. It was running it in Rosetta. So it all stayed cool. The fans rarely turned on that 13-inch while I still maintain a ridiculous 18 to 20-ish hours of battery life. So I cannot imagine, I can't even fathom the performance that we're going to see with this next generation chip. Now, there's a few new details that were just revealed by leaker Dylan DKT. According to him, the base model 14 and 16-inch MacBook Pros will feature 16 gigs of RAM and 512 gigs of storage space at the baseline, and that's going to line up with the current 13 and 16-inch options today. And the M1X will have the same 10-core CPU in both models. Now, he's also claimed that the new MacBook Pros will finally feature an improved 1080p camera. Hallelujah! Is it, 4 years or more overdue? But hey, that's cool. And then we got a new mini LED displays for these deeper blacks, true to life color accuracy. You get smaller bezels around the entire display, and then the removal of the MacBook Pro logo at the bottom of the display. Plus, there's going to be a new charging brick, which makes sense because we've heard Apple will reportedly be bringing back MagSafe charging to the Pros. Now, if you want to get me even more excited, the latest rumors from display analyst Ross Young claims that the new mini LED displays will also feature a 120Hz ProMotion display. Now that possibility has been floated around, but he says it's 100% confirmed. Well, look, it hasn't happened yet, so we'll see how 100% right or 100% wrong he is in a few days. But, you know, it makes sense. If Apple is using the same suppliers that it uses for the iPad Pro display, hey, why not put them in the MacBook Pros? And it would likely be a variable refresh rate that changes depending on the type of content being displayed, like it does on the iPhone 13 Pro. Because, you know, look at all of this. Like, every sign points to every feature being upgraded. This is not an update. This is a complete revolutionary revamp for the MacBook Pro. Now, just a week ago, it was discovered in the macOS Monterey beta by Mac Rumors contributor Steve Moser that the two new display resolutions, never seen before, were found and are highlighted in this screenshot as 3424 by 1964 and 3456 by 2234. These do not correspond to any current or previous Apple products, and if they are the new MacBook Pros, which we pretty much assume they are, they would also bring an increase in pixel density to around 250 pixels per inch compared to the current 16-inch and 13-inch that have a density of around 226 to 227. So that means an even sharper display that allows for a native 2x Retina resolution. So the new MacBook Pros could have a better looking display with deeper blacks, a ProMotion refresh rate, and a higher resolution. The only other thing that they need is to add touch to it, but oh, okay. Now we're getting ahead of ourselves. Who are we kidding? But it will reportedly have an all-new body with a flatter design, with that flat body, flat edges, and rounded corner design. But it's also going to bring back a lot of what we loved about the MacBook Pro from the past. All reports say that the OLED touch bar will be going away. Adios. I mean, that makes me happy, but not all of you. Maybe it becomes an add-on option that costs $100 to $200 because the opinions, they are pretty split about keeping the touch bar or getting rid of it. I honestly doubt it, but I just want to make some of you feel better about the chance if it's sticking around. I don't think it is, but I could be wrong. Now, there will be more ports with a reported 6 total, an SD card slot, an HDMI port for video, plus you got 3 USB-C Thunderbolt ports, 2 on one side, 1 on the other, plus MagSafe. That's also coming back for a magnetic charging connection. I love that. And let's not forget, it's still going to be a quieter machine with more processing power and longer battery life. The current MacBook Pro 16-inch has 11 hours of battery life. If they get this thing to, let's say, 16 hours or more, you're going to see what an Asian skunk looks like when he ugly cries. Now, this machine, a dream come true of just merging some of the successful ideas of their past, bringing them back, and then also giving a new modern take to it. This is kind of a theme that's Apple's been really embracing with their entire product lineup and design philosophy. I would say over the past year or two, I think they're just killing it here. And I know that I'm just going to be kind of like emotionally spent watching this all unfold. All right, let's take a moment to thank the sponsor of this video, Avast. Avast is a global leader in cybersecurity for more than 30 years and trusted by over 435 million users. Avast's new all-in-one solution, Avast One, helps you take control of your safety and privacy online through a range of features. Now, you can learn more about Avast One at avast.com. It includes its award-winning antivirus that stops viruses and malware from harming your devices. Data breach monitoring enables you to find out if your online accounts have been compromised and whether your passwords need to be changed. Ransomware protection secures your personal photos, documents, and other files from being modified, deleted, or encrypted by ransomware attacks. And Smart Scan finds and removes viruses and resolves the most common privacy and performance issues through an optimization scan. Getting set up for me, it was really easy, and all I did was download the app and then one click for the scan, and Avast One took care of the rest for me. Avast prevents over 1.5 billion attacks every month, and with Avast One, you can confidently take control of your online world without worrying about viruses, phishing attacks, ransomware, hacking attempts, and other cyber crimes. So learn more about Avast One at avast.com. All right, there's still so much more to talk about with the MacBook Pros. We know that macOS Monterey beta, there was a leak recently that revealed that Apple's still working on this high power mode or a new Pro mode to give us the option to get the maximum performance while ignoring some of the energy saving features. Now, 9to5Mac found new references to this high power mode added to the 8th beta of macOS Monterey alongside the currently existing low power mode, and that's an option to save battery life. So the assumption is that it would push the CPU and GPUs even harder, and this high power mode could maybe even end up being exclusive to new Macs, maybe with this new M1X chip and higher. But then here's another thing that we are totally unsure of. No one's really come out and said anything firm. What are they gonna call this new chip, right? Is Apple gonna stick with the M1X name that we've been throwing around, or will it be the M2, or what, maybe even the M2X? Or maybe something different like the Hyper Chip Pro? Okay, don't actually do that, Apple, because let's just say they release this and call it the M1X, and then we get a new MacBook Air or new Mac Mini next year, or maybe new iMacs. Are they going to be using the M2 chip? But then the MacBook Pro would still be called the M1X name, and then even if it's more powerful than an M2, do they want to have a number associated with it that is lower than a MacBook Air, a new Mac Mini, or iMac? I don't think so. That doesn't make sense to me. So I could be completely wrong about this, and you can come back and say, hey, you were wrong, Tong, but I'm leaning towards M2 for the name of this new chip, and if they call it M2 Pro, then I think I deserve an extra dessert after dinner. Thank you. All right, now, I have no idea what name they'll give it, so I'm going to leave this out to you, right? What do you think they'll call it? Let's get crazy. Don't be safe. Put in the comments, and also tell me what you'd use this new MacBook Pro for. Again, let's get wacky. I'll read some of your comments on my live stream about what you hope to do with this MacBook Pro, and at least let's keep it like PG-13, please. But if you can't tell, I cannot wait for this MacBook Pro. I think I've been saying this for an entire year, and I am just ready to be blown away. But that's not all we've heard rumblings about for this event. Like, it makes sense for Apple to just go deep into this new chip, tell us everything about it, and then say, voila, here it is inside the all-new MacBook Pro. Like, just make it a special event. I know people are saying, hey, what about the new Mac Mini? What about a new 13-inch MacBook Pro that we saw? Look, we saw those announced last year. I just think it should be an event for the all-new MacBook Pro. I wouldn't even be surprised if they keep the 13-inch with the M1 around. But, hey, what could be the appetizer, right? The new AirPods 3? Just in time for the holidays to be that wireless Apple earbuds stocking stuffer for rich people. Well, reports claim that the AirPods 3 will bring an all-new form factor that is similar to the current AirPods Pros, just to make it a little more confusing for everyone. Leaked images have shown off the short stems. Some images have shown them with silicone ear tips and others without them. I mean, I think that might be the biggest mystery, but to make the lineups different, I say, hey, keep the regular AirPods silicone tip less. It also is going to help cut costs. It keeps the product more similar to the current AirPods second generation. We also have leaked images of what's believed to be the new case that also doesn't have space for those rubberized tips. And this new case also appears to be wider to accommodate the new design of the AirPods third generation. Now in images, it looks like something between the size of the second gen AirPods and the current AirPods Pro charging case. A report claims that the charging case itself could have a 20% larger battery compared to the second gen AirPods, and then a wireless charging case will end up being a standard feature for them. The batteries inside of the actual AirPods are expected to be about the same, but the performance will get a boost from a new chip inside of them. So we aren't expecting to be surprised, but we've already seen counterfeit knockoff versions of the AirPods 3 long ago, before they've even been released. Thank you, China. The new AirPods are expected to bring a new, more compact systems in a package that is similar to the one in the AirPods Pro. So that includes the H1 chip. And this new H1 chip for them could bring quick pairing, even faster switching between Apple devices to these new third generation AirPods. Now with this chip, reports claim they will be even more power efficient and could even increase talk time by 50%. We don't expect to see higher end features like active noise cancellation. There's also been no word if spatial audio will be in these new AirPods, but will Apple bring this feature, spatial audio, typically reserved for AirPods Pro and AirPods Max, to the regular AirPods? I want to know. I'm curious about that. I could see them do it. But reports claim that the AirPods 3, they're going to have the same pressure relieving system used in the AirPods Pro. That's to help equalize pressure within the ear and then reduce discomfort for people using them for long periods of time. And with these shorter stems, we don't know if they'll have the same touch-like controls the AirPods, or will you be able to squeeze the stems, kind of like the AirPods Pro. So look, I think there's a lot of you out there. Are you in the market for new AirPods 3? You don't want to spend that over $200 price point for the Pros. You want something a little more affordable. You might be able to get them for, hey, maybe say that someone's special and say, because they look like them, like these are the AirPods Pros, if they end up looking the same. Or you could be super cheap, like my friend Alex. He was looking to get second generation ones for his wife, and then, hey, say that these are the new AirPods because technically they're new because they haven't been opened. Yeah, Alex, way to go, buddy. That's a bad apple. Boo! But reports claim that we will see new AirPods Pros sometime next year. So new ones, the Pros aren't coming. We're going to find out if the AirPods 3 make their debut at this Unleashed event or not. But I want to hear, hey, what are your surprises? What do you think Apple could surprise us with? If I'm a betting man, I think we'll see the new MacBook Pros. Ooh, really going out on a limb there, Brian. Yeah, but we'll also see the new AirPods 3. Ooh, another risky call there. And I think the third thing is that we're going to get more details about the official release of macOS Monterey. But if they really want to surprise us, and I think alongside this new M2 chip, not only would they release the MacBook Pros, but out of nowhere, I don't know. I don't think this is going to happen, but what if they just dropped the larger screen iMac Pro that people have been dying for at this keynote? What if they dropped a Mac Mini Pro with this new Pro processor to separate and distinguish the product lines from each other? I mean, that's just me making stuff up to say something in this video, but there is a slim chance of it actually happening. I don't think it will, but if I'm right, I'm going to act like I did call it out. So I'd love to hear your ideas, your one more things. There's always someone in the comments who will say, hey, the calculator app for the iPad. But that's just crazy talk. So what do you think we're going to see at this Unleashed event? That is what the comments are for. Pop them in there. All right, that is going to do it for this week's video. So look, we are looking forward to Apple's Unleashed event. Hold on, they can definitely do better than that. All right, fixed it. And remember, I'm going to have my BTZ live stream coverage right here on my YouTube channel, pre-show and post-show, when Apple unleashes the beast on Monday, October the 18th at 10 a.m. Pacific time. I started my show around 8:30 a.m. and we had, over 150,000 people watch the iPhone live stream, a month ago? That's so crazy. So thanks for coming out. Come back again. And thank you all so much for watching. If you like what you see, you know what to do. Give me that thumbs up, subs up, and hit that notification bell, ding, to get all my videos when they drop. And if you want to learn more about Apple, you want to kind of get the latest and greatest, check out my Apple Bits XL audio podcast. We deep dive all these stories, and we also have special guests. So thanks so much for watching. Coming out to my Apple event live stream on Monday. Take care and be safe. And Apple, come on, let's unleash the beast. And my wallet. Ooh, that's going to hurt. All right, take care, y'all. Peace and love.